Hello, viewers. I'm SB,
And I'm Amabel.
and welcome to the demo for Rift Escape. Tiny Room Stories, Rift Escape. I don't remember. It's two different titles. One of these is the name of like a series, I think. Also, it's perfectly silent, which is weird. But I guess we're in space, and there is no sound in space, famously.
In space, no one can hear you rift escape from a tiny room.
Truer words have never been spoken. Okay, click on screen for interaction. Use the arrow keys or click and drag to rotate the scene. And that's kind of it. Drag and drop to use items from your inventory. Click on items to inspect them. Okay. Oh, hey, sound.
Prologu.
Michael, are you awake?
Okay, so welcome to the thing. Hi, I'm Michael. And we are trying to escape from this room. What have we here? Whoa. Alice's favorite plants. She spends so much time trying to grow them. What happened to them?
Follow me.
Huh. Wall shelf with various things. Okay, there's nothing else to see here. Weird.
What?
So it seems like objects of import are they have color while everything else is grayscale.
Okay.
Photo from our honeymoon. This trip was amazing. Period. Put in a period. Okay. This is something I kind of grasped from the store page. I do not think that the developer of this game is a native English speaker, and so we're maybe going to see some non-native English stuff.
I mean,
We can turn it around. I am not allowed to pry the back off of it, which feels like the standard puzzle game thing to do. Oh. Uh-oh.
that's something. What? Okay.
Alice, what are you doing?
Find me.
Huh. Alice, are you there? It very much is just click on the item that is not black and white so far. That was curious. Back in our bedroom, a shoebox full of ashes has appeared. Was it a dream? So realistic, I guess. It ended after I touched the box with Alice's belongings. Maybe it means something. I need to examine the box. Okay, so it was like that in the dream. Things are more in color in the waking world. I do appreciate
Okay.
that. I was like, this is going to be a real easy puzzle game if this is all it is. Okay, well, here's some alcohol.
Okay.
I have more important things to do than drink this. No smoking. There's a symbol on the mirror, but it doesn't seem to mean anything to us. The plants that Alice grew are now dead. Oh, pipes. Interesting. Does this actually... Oh. Water them and give them air, but don't give them any fire? Is the way I feel about it. That's how plants work where I'm from. Okay, so the color of the pipes. What if the color of the pipes, right?
Yeah.
There's one of this like sort of aquamarine color, and then there's just a blue. And then there's another one of each, and then there's... So, like, what if it's... What if that's the puzzle? It isn't, it turns out. That's wrong. Okay.
Hmm.
Worth a shot. I don't know what I'm doing yet. Perhaps it would be a good idea to just back out for the moment.
Now, can we turn around and look at the other? Oh, let's look at this wall. But the Book of Use.
Huh. This book describes
Oh,
the use of the city farm has 1100. I wanted to read the text. Okay. If your plants have died, the Has 1100 city farm has a revival procedure. To successfully complete the revival procedure, you have to set the parameters. So the water drop one is equal to the number of units of biomass divided by 2. This is calculated based on the parameter of the water. Oh, cool. I can definitely do a sine function in my head. I remember that. And
it,
that's just fire squared.
was that sarcasm or is that a thing you actually can do?
No, that was sarcasm.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
What is a sine function?
I guess we don't actually have to run it because they plotted the line for us. So once we know the value of water drop, okay. I don't know that I can explain this in a way that's going to be useful. Okay, we got some cute little electric candles. A plant that I can turn but cannot pick up. And some boxes. There we go. There's the other wall.
Okay, so let's look at what
Oh,
the
this is cool.
Oh yeah, that is neat. Okay, we got some figurines.
All right, sorry about that. Had to mute my microphone. Had a throat tickle there.
Ah,
So there's some
with
cool
some
little
headphones.
bobblehead things, some books, but we feel it very strongly that is not the time to read. Also, one of my socks is on the top shelf of this. How did that even happen?
You kick off the sock and it just goes higher than you expect.
How do you? Okay,
That's just one sock though.
this is a pretty little cityscape. It imparts a lot of character. For some reason, this place immediately makes more sense to me now that we know that it's a room that's like way high up in a like skyscraper type building.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. Ooh, that looks colorful. It's it's a car key fob. Sure,
Okay.
that makes sense. Various apartment bills. Those are some shoes. That's a drawer that I'm not allowed to look in. My jacket. Do we only have 1 foot?
I, I'm not. I'm not sure.
The shoe has physics inside the box, but not in such a way that you can get the shoe out of the box. Very disappointing. For some reason, the thing I want to do most, this is sort of a cat-like behavior, I guess. I just want to throw it on the floor.
Yep.
This box says control on it. I love control. A box with Alice's personal belongings from the Quantum Research Lab. Well, open that, obviously. Okay, we need to cut the sticker.
Sharp to open.
Ah, the transfer of the body for burial is not possible. We send you a box with her personal belongings. Something curious has occurred at Alice's quantum research work. New information about an incident that happened at quantum research. Yeah, do you know something? Because I sure don't.
Days ago, investigation has
This could maybe just be a block of
determined
text that appears
that
alongside the
Sector
TV.
A labs were
Because this is very slow. Extraterrestrial matter. According to our source. This is very bad. Do not do this. Please, if you make a video game, do not convey information in this way. Or at least not solely in this way. Oh, I was trying to unmute the TV and I just killed it. Okay, so something happened and it probably isn't important. And the reason they didn't take the effort to express it in a way that makes things clearer is because it's not important. But we as a viewer don't know that initially, and also just like if
Yeah.
you're gonna write the text, just make the text very accessible. Just put it in a box alongside the thing. Hey, we found the other sock. And there's some milk. You have like a tiny little fridge. Hold on, I want to back up.
Sweetheart, I think we solved the puzzle.
What's the problem?
Okay, so we need something sharp to open the box.
Yeah.
We have a sock.
Uh-huh.
The socks are in separate rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're a little crusty.
Amabel, okay. I'm going to take this knife. I'm not allowed to try to eat the toast, which feels terribly wasteful.
I guess a knife could also work.
Look at these jars. How big are these jars of seasoning?
I mean, those are pretty standard
You have,
size.
you have exactly 3 jars, and they're this big. What are the 3 seasonings? It's like
I mean,
garlic powder, salt, and...
well, first of all, it's not enough seasoning, but I figure if you only have 3, and you're not just going like with salt, pepper, and something, you probably would have like a mix. Like here's some Italian seasoning, here's some herbs de Provence, something like that. But I don't know what you cook besides toast.
Provence, please. Huh. Cuts perfectly, but it requires frequent charging? Yeah, you have to... Okay. I mean, that's not really a puzzle, but I will put the knife on the induction charging pad for a moment. Why would it require charging? Is the blade... It's like a lightsaber? So it has a non-sharp physical element, and then it projects the blade. That's interesting.
Okay.
That's an interesting way for that to work. Anyway, here's this.
Aww.
It's very cute. I'm resisting the urge to take the knife to it.
Did you have an urge to put a knife to it?
Of course, it's gonna be a secret. There is gonna be a secret message from our dead wife in here. Is this your first piece of media, Amabel? Here's a picture. Open the back. Yeah, I know the locks must be bended. Aha! Aha! Told you, save me. Alice's pass card to the Quantum Research Laboratory. What is it doing here? And why here is writing "Save me" on it? Something has obviously happened in the laboratory, and Alice is trying to tell me about it. So this is not great writing, right? This is extremely, as I was noting there, leaving aside all the grammar or whatever, because like, you know, whatever. People are not necessarily born in a place where they learn English first. This is extremely cliche, right?
Mm-hmm.
I need to get...
This is...
Go ahead.
So here's the actual puzzle we need the socks for, is to get dressed.
I guess that's funny. I don't think they meant it as a funny thing, but it is funny. Oh, here's a shoe. Gotta put on the socks first. Well, I have one sock on. Why can't I get the shoe on that foot?
No, you get the other sock, and then you need to get the shoe from here and the shoe from the box. You need the shirt and the jacket.
All right, the shirt we can grab. Let's go back through here. Other sock, critically important. Put on pants. Now we can move the chair. Moving the chair doesn't seem to do very much. Okay. Then... Open. There we go. Grab this shoe. I like this idea in theory of like the space having all 4 walls. And you having to like actually like turn it around and explore it. It almost has that feel of like picking up a diorama and like moving it around.
Yeah.
Almost.
That's neat. Yeah. So do you want to stab the teddy bear?
I can't. The knife's gone.
Oh.
Our knife must have been on its last use, and now it has evaporated.
That's not generally how knives work, though.
I agree with you. So is it maybe I'm supposed to count these pipes, and that's how we know
We need to
what
figure out the biomass and divide it by 2.
the value of this parameter is equal to the number of units of biomass divided by 2. We don't really know what unit of biomass means. Is each plant 1 unit of biomass? So what, there's 14 of them?
Yeah. Why don't we try that?
Sure. Okay, so we'll say 7, and then moving it often closes it for some reason. So if this is a 7, then fire is a 2, and so the last one is a 4.
I guess.
That was in fact correct. That puzzle relies on an assumption in a way that I think is kind of whack, but it's fine. Like, how are you supposed to know what they mean by unit of biomass?
I didn't know what they mean by sign.
It's a fair point. But, like I said, like it is plotted in the book. This line, it says, A, this is the line. So you don't even actually have to know how to square a thing. You just have to know how to read a graph.
I just need because the 7 and the 2 intersect. Okay, I see it.
Yep, and they've graphed the function B as well and labeled it clearly. So
this is where I trick you. I don't know how to read a graph. This is the problem.
Shit, I need my car keys. No, I have my car keys. I need to use the car key on the car. It's a pretty fancy looking car.
Which then destroys the car key.
Yes, it's gone forever. So let's hope we don't have to get back home. All right, here's the quantum research building, the place where Alice and I. Oh, we both worked here. Got to go up to Area 51. You would think they would just stop having Area 51s in places. It'd be like a Japanese elevator. I don't know if that's a real thing. I guess.
What is a Japanese elevator?
There's like a strong association between the number 4 and death. It's like a cultural superstition, and so sometimes buildings don't. There's not a 4th floor. There's a 3rd floor, and then it goes to the 5th floor immediately.
Okay. And then sometimes over here, people don't have a 13th floor. Yeah.
Yeah, and see, the reason I didn't say that one is like, to me, that's like nonsense. Because I've been in lots of buildings that have 13th floors. But then I just uncritically accepted that I've heard essentially the same thing about Japanese elevators. I've never been to Japan. I don't know whether that's real or not. That's not great. That's not great on my part. May I take your coins?
What?
Well, the end is near. What do you need them for? Huh. All right. Well, what's he doing here?
I mean, there's a bench.
Yeah, but how did he get here? We're on the roof of this building.
That's true.
Tasty Food Express. Today's special donut box. Only 6 Neo coins. I love Neo coins.
We live in a world where knives are single use, so I feel like he can get on the roof somehow.
Honestly, the chargeable single-use knife does really communicate cyberpunk dystopia in a way that very few setting details I've ever experienced in anything really can. Hey, security guard at my job. Okay, he knows us. What are you doing here in the middle of the night? I'm here to pick up my tools. Can you activate the elevator to Area 51? I can't. Everything's closed after the incident. By the way, are you and Alice all right? Well, not Alice. We're fine. Thanks for asking. Harry doesn't know about Alice's death. Okay, I'm glad that it's like that wasn't a mistake or something. That it is a thing that is weird in the narrative.
You know what's weird though is this guy's hair. I really don't like it.
He's got a bun thing, or maybe even a whole ponytail. We can't turn him, so we don't. I tried to use the game controls like they were gonna let me turn the JPEG of this man. Oh, sweetie, my brain. I need to figure out how to convince Harry to let me in. Or I need to find something heavy to hit Harry with. A cheap folding umbrella. Well, I mean, I feel like our man here would probably like a full. He probably would like to not just be directly rained on at all times. Nope, play along. Okay, grab him. Umbrella, grab. I'm not actually allowed to pick up the umbrella. Like to move it around. I can't. Okay, there we go. Weird. It's very finicky. Maybe I have to zoom in more. I'm trying so hard to grab this umbrella. Here, my dude. Did he just kick his coins forward? Like, here, take all my coins?
Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
Wow.
Did it really need to put them in separate? Okay, that's fine.
Okay. And now I bet we're going to use the coins to get food to bribe the guard with.
Well, he is a security guard, so of course donuts would do the job. I have to zoom in further. The fact that the game requires you to be at exactly the appropriate zoom level for every task is a little annoying. Dispense donut, please. Oh, okay, that's cool. Where's it even going to come from? But it's a drone delivery. That's rad. Hey, Harry. I really need to get to Sector A51. I'll jump right back in a minute. My things are in the corridor. I won't even cross the fence. Maybe the best donuts in town will let you change your mind? Oh, what are you doing to me? Harry just can't. He has a real donut problem. We're problematically playing on an addiction here. Okay, come on in, but quickly. Hold on. Is there anything else around here that we need to interact with? I cannot steal the other umbrella. Only a guard can open this door. That's true of that one as well. Okay, I guess let's head in. Okay, that's cute. It's not the first time I've seen that. I mean, obviously, there are shades here of the Half-Life opening, if nothing else, but it's still cute. It works every time. That's why people keep doing it.
Sweetie, what's a Half-Life?
I know that's a bit. You are doing a bit right now, and I refuse to be a part of it.
I never actually played Half-Life, though.
Famously, as an improv partner, my guiding principle is no, but...
Only played Half-Life 2. So this is like a adventure
Nice.
game
Thumbs
where
up.
that's a good title. Where like you're solving, you have these little puzzles with inventory stuff that you're solving, which is a genre I'm familiar with. But I'm mostly familiar with it in games that tend to be more comedic, rather than ones that are kind of playing it straight.
Okay.
Yeah. So for me, like the donut thing was a little silly. I'm not sure if it was silly on purpose.
I don't know. The intro is definitely dramatic, but but yeah, the donut thing is real goofy. What is this?
I appreciate that you have different kinds of screwdrivers.
Oh. Why does this work this way? How do I make the buttons actually respond to what I'm doing now? This thing might be broken. I'm gonna press it with. Okay, we might have to. Aha, access panel. Are you sure? It's pretty interesting to me. Too high, can't reach. This is where they keep the stuff. Okay, well, don't know how to access that. Does not work. Probably no power. Obviously, there's a police line that we are not allowed to cross. I have never done anything a cop has told me, and I'm not going to start now.
Okay, so
Very cool.
what? What?
Nothing. If this works, I'm going to be mad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why though? But what? But whose fucking sign is that out there? Why is this the code to the door inside this building? Hold on a second. I require some justification. The diegesis is failing.
Yeah, I get it.
The game sure is determined to tell me what's interesting. This is some true adventure game shit. Like, you try to interact with something, your character's like, I don't care about that. No. Listen, I'm the one who has the agency. I will tell you what you care about. What if we turn it all on? And then, no? Can I not grab the lever? Does not work. So like, if I turn, let's just turn some of this stuff on. And then step back out in the hall. Is anything obvious changed? No, nothing obvious has changed. We have a very fancy Cyber Future fan here. Okay, we can actually see the wire out to the objects outside, which is interesting. I guess those wires run to this panel, though. These buttons, there's a lot of bits to this. Seems like something is missing here. I guess another one of those, perhaps. Also, there's just bits of this thing missing. What is that? Did I just find a solution to... I'm trying to see if there's any other interactables here that matter. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so we're missing a fuse, it seems like. Paper, indeed. Huh. Well, 10110. Nothing. Maybe these read exactly backwards from the way I think they read?
I think we are still just missing a fuse.
Yeah. That's a shame because I don't know where one would be. Just jam metal objects into the gap until it's good enough.
Do you want to hear a fun fact about the Phillips head screwdriver?
I do so much. I would love that.
Do you know who invented the last name of the person who invented the Phillips head screwdriver?
Is it Flathead? John
No.
Q. Flathead.
No, it was a guy named Thompson.
Okay.
The reason why it's called the Phillips head screwdriver is some other guy was like, "Hey, that's a good idea. Let's manufacture those and let's put my name on it." That's it. It's just fucking capitalism. I guess that's not a fun fact. I guess that's a depressing fact.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Again, we've established previously, all my fun stories are actually depressing, so, you know.
Flathead prying. There is it's fascinating. Look at all the lights and buttons. I'm trying to pry stuff out of there. So we're not given a very large area to roam here. And that's kind of like the whole thing of this game, right?
Oh, wait, so if we... Hang on. Because in that other room, there are two setups.
Yeah.
The second setup doesn't have a fuse in it we can move over to
No,
the
it's
no.
just wires. It's just a bunch of wires.
And
So we're allowed to look at the top of this thing, but not open it or get any closer to the cabinet
that's
itself.
weird.
So...
When we rotate the room, we're not getting anything. Just the fan itself.
I tried jamming every screwdriver we have into the fan. None of that worked. Shockingly.
I mean, if it had, the screwdriver would have evaporated, just like the knife and the car keys. So,
Right, we're probably cool with that. Does this set of tools have any other... No other clues for us, it seems. So yeah, I think you're right. Without power, none of this is going to mean anything.
We already tried the ID card on the locked door.
The ID
Or
card?
we're trying to power that up to do it.
Yeah, this thing doesn't.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, this thing doesn't work.
Okay.
So I'm assuming we're powering this puzzle, and then there's this thing, which in theory allows you to press buttons on it and cause stuff to happen. I don't know how I lost my zoom on it.
We have not been able to actually
Yeah,
do anything.
at the moment it doesn't seem to work. Oh no, that one worked. Huh.
Okay, that's bizarre.
It said that was stairs control? I was curious if anything had changed in here. But that's not, those are not stairs.
Is it the question mark again?
That was stairs control that I put in. Oh, I bet I wouldn't have been able to touch this if this wasn't open. I definitely hit left service door when we came in here the first time. It's not clear to me why it works now and didn't work before. Well,
Okay, so but the other one has a fuse. Can we take it?
I just did. Yeah. Touching it, all that there was to do there was take the fuse. Bizarre. Okay, everything has to be set at the same time, I'm sure. So this has to be like that. We need... There we go. We need this wave. 249. Oh, see, this is problematic. I need... That's a turn down. I have no way to turn that number up. Just randomly cut stuff. This is important for some reason, I'm sure, but what though?
Well, actually, so
Huh.
we have the pliers there.
Hmm.
I don't think this will work. But let me tell you, because we're missing a knob, right?
Yeah.
So my clothes dryer is missing a knob, and the way I turn it is I have a set of pliers that I use on like the little thing where the knob should be to turn that.
Well, there you go. There we go. Okay, good work, Amabel. Because you're right. That totally does work. That will allow you to interact with a thing, and that
And
did do
we
it.
have now lost our pliers.
Well, there's no situation where you would ever use an object for a second time in life. So there's no. So it's the same way in video games for realism. In addition to the pass card, also need a password. Knowing Alice, I think she would choose as a password something that's always at hand and easy to peep. But so I guess that's the justification for why that's the maintenance thing. It's not. It's Alice would just look out the window and see this and be like, ah, yes, that shall be the thing.
Let's try it, I guess.
I guess it's good enough. No, we already did try it. That's how we got this open.
Okay, but we need it for.
Well, this thing doesn't have a 0.
Okay.
Is there another
Gotcha.
sequence of numbers anywhere? Or even just like a thing to count? It might not be actual numerals. I mean, there's a giant 51.
5-1.
That's not any stupider than the other thing. So it's 5 digits, whatever it is. Oh. That's a huge security problem. Do not do that.
Yeah.
Damn, after passing through the police line, I activated the... Just fucking move the police... Our protagonist is not very smart. I need to block the entrance so no one bothers me. Well... Yeah, no, I was trying to... Well, damaging the panel on this side isn't going to make it inoperable. That's not how doors work. For a huge number of reasons, that's not how doors work. Alright, I need to look around here and understand how to activate the portal. Alice apparently succeeded. This is the only explanation for her disappearance. Boy, that's not true at all. Okay. Harry's outside. He wants us to open the door. His name's Harry, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you don't understand. I must save Alice. So far, I think the puzzles have been all right. But the sort of the justification for them is very thin.
Yeah.
Okay, a screen that we don't know how to turn on. An incredibly interesting briefcase that they're being very weird about letting me access.
Oh.
Okay.
The laser puzzle. This is like my favorite kind of hacking minigame.
So, okay. This turns these two together. This turns those two together. So we need to get this aligned with the outer ring. Then get the whole thing pointed downward. Wait, how do I... Because we can point this downward, but that doesn't actually help. Okay. Shoot. Let me realign these. I mean, I guess we should just turn the middle so that it faces downward, right?
You broke up there, sweetheart. I didn't hear that last part.
Okay. Turning the middle turns everything except the inside ring. That's interesting. I think I had not realized that before. Okay, so I need to... Turning this turns everything except the inside ring.
Okay.
So we need to align those two, which we do by like this. This is actually like, I'm having a remarkably difficult time with this. Doing this will turn everything else around. Turning the outside will turn the outside and the inside. And then... Oh, why am I having a hard time with this? Is it because I'm dumb? Oh, no.
You're not.
What a way to find out.
I usually like these kinds of puzzles, but it's also, past my bedtime slightly, which I don't mind staying up with you, of course, sweetheart. But I'm not much help in this instance. What?
I hear it. I see what's going on here.
Well, what do you see? What is going on?
I will say part of the reason it took me a little while to figure out even what's going on here is that the controls are a little finicky. Like the central disc doesn't turn if you don't click on the right spot in it.
Yeah, so as usual, I'm not actually seeing your mouse at all.
Famously, you do not get to see the mouse. That's right. Sorry about that.
But it does seem like it's
That must make this puzzle really hard to read.
a little, but it does seem like the clicking on things is a little finicky in this demo.
Oh, hey. This is like a whole room of stuff going on. What kind of high-tech science is this where they felt the need to write the Fibonacci sequence on the board?
It's like the math thing I recognize here. That's pretty good. You know what I hate is when a puzzle is like fill in the rest of the Fibonacci sequence.
There's a lot of work ahead. Isolator number 3 has to be connected. Data cable number 2 has to be connected. The data flow's got to be set. The energy cells aren't even in the thing. I'm sure the energy cells what's in the briefcase. All right, well, I feel like, though, we kind of get the idea, right? This is definitely solvable, but also, hold on. Interesting. What would a battery do on the whiteboard? You plug the battery in, it corrects some of the equations.
Yeah.
It's one of them smart boards. Yeah, as much as there is like another couple of sets of puzzles here to do, I think we kind of get the idea and can probably call it here.
Yeah.
This is interesting. I liked the idea of a puzzle game that presents itself basically as a series of escape rooms. It's like a series of very small, tightly area restricted puzzles. I don't know if you have played like some of the Myst games, Riven in particular here I'm thinking of, but there are definitely like some puzzles that involve a lot of traversal. You can get lost in big areas, not knowing what to do, and end up walking back and forth across a whole island or whatever. I think that this is a really interesting approach to prevent some of the worst problems that can appear when you get stuck on a puzzle. It's a cool design structure. I think that so far some of the puzzles are a little silly. They at least give you a reason. It's like Alice set the codes to whatever was around because she had a terrible working memory. And so that's why the billboard outside is the code to the storage room. But that stuff, and also the actual storyline is. You would hope it gets a little bit less cliche at some point. That is Rift Escape, Tiny Room Puzzles. That's the title of this video game, probably. Tiny Room Stories: Rift Escape. I think it's a really neat presentation of a puzzle game. But that's going to be it for us for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back, what?
I'm sorry, just Rift Escape just was in my head.
Fair enough. Now there's a puzzle game I've never seen. Is there a sort of a Fantastic Journey kind of? Did they ever do a video game adaptation? The Rift Escape is the most harrowing part of it.
Fantastic Voyage, but
Fantastic Voyage,
I don't.
Thank you.
I don't think so. And
what a silly mistake. Nobody would ever make a video game about a journey. Come on.
Okay.
No.
Anyway.
All right. Anyway, that's the outro. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we're gonna be checking out another weird demo thing. There are so many. I pulled so many from my interest list from this Next Fest. There's no way I'm getting to all of them. But we'll get to some of them. Come back to see what the next one is, and we'll see you then.
Bye.